Hi, I'm Bradley here at the Detroit RV and Camping Show here in Novi, Michigan, and today we'll be showing you around.
What's up? I'm Brady Malone, and this is Bill Sheffer, the Executive Director of Marvac. And today we're going to be talking and asking him a few questions. How did you end up being the director of this event, and how long have you been the director of this event?
Well, first of all, let me welcome you to the show today. We have, this is our 56th annual Detroit
56?
RV and Camping Show, and so, yeah, we're pretty versed in how we do this. But how did I get started?
Yeah, how did you get
I
started?
actually went to work for a family business. I'm going to age myself here. Back in 1977, and we sold supplies for recreational vehicles and manufactured homes, and that store grew up into 3 different stores, and then eventually I left there and came to work for the association in 1995, and I've been there for 27 years now.
Sweet. How long does it take you guys to organize and set up and plan these events?
Well, obviously we do this a year out or so. We create a budget that we need to have to pay our expenses, rental of the building, advertising, a variety of different things, people that work for us through the show. And we do that budget usually in late spring, for this show in February, the spring prior to it. Then it's a matter of starting to send out forms to the exhibitors and dealers to ask them how much space they want to have for the show. And then we create contracts, and they sign the contracts and pay us the fee for participating in the show. The real hard work begins right around the first of the year when we start planning doing our advertising budgets and preparing for that. And then, of course, it comes down to crunch time, and that all starts on the Sunday prior to Wednesday when we open the show.
What are you guys most proud of this year?
We're proud of the fact that we can actually do an RV show. Last show that we did here was in February of 2020. It was shortly thereafter. We do 5 other shows besides this one, and we were in Port Huron, Michigan in the second week of March, and it was March the 14th, a Friday, and the governor made the announcement that all public expositions were to be closed down immediately. We actually only got a day and a half in for Port Huron. We had to move everything out after we'd moved everything in. It was a 4-day show. We had it out a day and a half. And from that point on until this week was the last RV show that we did publicly here in the state of Michigan. So we're very proud of the fact that we're here and we're having fantastic results. We've got a tremendous gate, people coming through and looking at what's new in the RV industry.
How many people do you guys expect at this event?
Well, typically, some of the best years we've had is between 28 and 30,000 people.
Per day or in total?
In 5 days,
okay.
Yeah, in 5 days. I'm putting my neck out there a little bit and saying that I think we're going to do better than that. We're going to do 35 to 40,000.
Do you think that's due to the fact that everyone was kind of just stuck in the house and couldn't go to RV shows because there was none, so they just want to come to one, or?
I think that's a lot of it. I believe also, too, that during the pandemic, a lot of people found the RV industry and camping as a great way of social distancing. Taking their family, going on a vacation, not having to worry about hotels and planes and all types of different transportation that would put them in the proximity of other people. With a trailer or motorhome, you're out in the woods or out in the campground where you can kind of spread out and let your kids play and so on and so forth. So that had a lot to do with the industry and the interest in the RV industry. We set a record last year. In 2021, we sold in the United States, they sold over 600,000 brand new recreational vehicles. Prior to that, we were somewhere around 400,000. So we almost 50%
increase, yeah.
So there's a great interest in our industry, and so far, people are taking to it. They like it. For some people, it's really new and different, but they're adapting to it.
Do you think this could lead to an increase in campgrounds around the U.S.?
Well, we certainly would hope so. I mean, it would be disappointing if we sold a lot of RVs and had no place to take them. But, that all takes development. It takes time. You have to, you're building a campground. You're kind of like building a small subdivision where you have to put in electric and water and sewer and all the things that you need to function with a recreational vehicle. So I think it's going to happen. It's just going to take some time.
Yeah, I think that too. But do you guys have any upcoming events at this specific location coming up soon?
We don't. Our next show in here will be in October, first part of October. We do 4 other shows across the state. We actually do a show in Battle Creek, Michigan, the first week of March. Second week of March, we move on to Port Huron. third week of March, we were in Flint, and then finally the fourth week of March, we're in Traverse City. So we spread this out over the state. They're not as nearly as large as this because we don't have those larger venues like we have here. But it still gives people an opportunity to come out and see what's new in recreational vehicles. They get to talk to campground owners. They get to talk to them about what they have to offer as far as facilities are concerned for the kids, fishing, boating, hiking. All those things are part of camping. And so a lot of people get a lot of information when they come to these public shows.
So would you say that if somebody came here and they had no experience or idea what an RV really basically is, that they could leave this place with a basic understanding and maybe even want an RV after this?
I think anybody could get a great education by being here. They get to talk to the dealers, the people who are experienced at selling RVs. And a lot of RV dealers are people who love the industry. That's why they got into it. They probably took camping trips themselves and they figured out, gee, this is something we like to do. Why don't we go ahead and start a business and start camping or selling campers? And there's been a lot of mom and pop businesses, especially in Michigan. You know, we represent the whole state as far as camping and RVing is concerned. And there are family businesses that have been around for 50 years. So,
what would you say the top 3 retailers at this RV show on display today would be?
Oh man, you're going to put me in trouble here. General RV, no, it's okay. General RV is here. National RV is here, and then there's a couple other larger ones. A&S Sales out of Auburn Hills. I'm trying to think of. I'm going to miss somebody. I know I don't want to do that, but there's a lot of them here, and many of them started here in the Detroit metropolitan area. So,
how did you get a hold of this big venue for this event?
We've been had a business relationship with the owner of this building since 1990, I think 1993, 94, when we first used the Novi Expo Center, which was at the corner of Novi Road and I-96. When he eventually purchased the property where we're at today and built this exposition hall, we moved along with him. We moved from that venue to this venue here, between Beck and Taft Road on Grand River. Suburban Collection Showplace.
So is this where you've been doing most of your events then recently?
Yep,
since then, I guess,
yep,
right?
basically, and we've been doing that we do 2 a year. We do this one in February, and then we do another one back here in October.
How many RVs do you guys have on display here?
Today, in this building, we have 377 recreational vehicles.
Would you mind me asking what the most expensive one on the lot is?
I think we have a motorhome in this show that is close to $600,000.
Dang.
Yeah.
Moving house, basically.
Yes, it is.
What would you say you guys are most proud of putting in the show this year?
Well, I think in the circumstances we are in today, the fact that manufacturing companies of recreational vehicles have had a difficult time getting supplies. The supply chain has, been very weak for the RV industry, but they're coming back now, and as a result, they've been able to start building RVs again, whereas before we couldn't have done this show 6 months ago.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people?
I just want to let you know that we're proud and pleased to have you guys here to see the show, have a chance to walk around and see the different recreational vehicles. As I said before, we do 5 other shows throughout the year across the state of Michigan, and another one here coming back here in October. So if you didn't get a chance to come to the show this week, you can come back and see us in October. Go online, www.marvac.org. All kinds of information there about camping and recreational vehicles. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yep.
How's it going, guys? I'm here with Joe from General RV. Do you want to tell us what type of camper this is?
Yeah, this is a pop-up camper, so it's an A-frame pop-up. It's a little different. It actually collapses on itself a little differently than cranking and stuff like that. Only takes about 30 seconds to put up or put down. Easy to tow, and it fits in the garage, so there's a lot of benefits to going something like this versus a regular travel trailer. So easily towed. Again, you tow it with a Chevy Equinox, Ford Explorer, Ford Escape even. I mean, even Subaru Outback would tow it. So easy to tow, go out in the middle of nowhere and kind of run everything, no problem, besides the AC. But
What makes a camper like this better than any other camper, would you say?
Yeah, so basically the setup and tear down of it. You know, that's the biggest complaint in the RV industry or when you camp is getting to the campground late at night and having to set the whole campsite up and, you know, level it out, pull slides out, mess with this, turn lights on. This you literally put up, it's literally 30 seconds. So that's a huge benefit. More time camping, enjoying, having fun, partying versus, you know, setting up and tearing down.
I'm sure. Yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mark, king of the big discount, National RV Detroit, Belleville, Michigan. We're at the Detroit RV Show, biggest show in the Midwest. But guess what, folks? We've got even more for you. I'm here with my main man. He's doing a student video type of thing, so we wanted to give you guys a big behind-the-scenes look at what we do at National RV Detroit to make dreams come true, make camping happen for a lot of families across the country. So what kind of questions you got for us today?
Let's say somebody was interested in this here camper we have right here, $40,000. Let's see it?
Yep. $40,293. So that's a great question. So you're saving a lot of money today. Manufacturers' rebates and incentives help the family get into the camper for an affordable payment. It's pretty simple. Give us a call. You go to our website, pick out the camper you want, click a request. It's called a price request. We're going to get a hold of you, get some information from you, make sure you can tow it, safety stuff, family first. But most importantly, we get you 2 easy payment options. It's real simple. You pick one and then you go camping, folks. What other questions you got?
Let's say I had the cash.
Pretty simple. It's $40,000 plus you got taxes and license plates and all that. Well, we handle all of it for you. We're one stop. We go to the Secretary of State. You leave a little paper one, we send you the metal one in the mail a few weeks later. Simple and easy. We'll get you in the campground.
That's all I have for you.
Hey, thanks for coming to National RV Detroit, Belleville, Michigan, Detroit RV Show. Mark, king of the big discount. Back at you again.
Nice to meet you. Hello, P-CEP. I'm Brady, and this is Craig, a representative from Frankenmuth Jellystone Park. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Would you mind telling us a little bit about your park?
Sure. We're a family-friendly park located in Frankenmuth, Michigan. We specialize in having a very nice, clean, neat facility, especially for families, family activities, kids activities. We have indoor pool, outdoor pool, mini golf, and like I say, all kinds of activities going on all summer long.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.